Well, welcome back to episode 29 FPL Top Dogs Ballyhaunis. And yeah, internet causing trouble there. I have two parts to this podcast. Just talking about it with West Ham and going to the game. So it was nice to get back to White Hart Lane, whatever they're going to call it now. And have the experience of it. Not saying totally love Tottenham or anything like that, but it was a great day to go and have the experience and have a few chants and there you go. It's 2nd of April, a long time to wait. So I just thought I'd get something up there for anyone now. It's going to be a long, boring 2 weeks with this international stuff. Total joke. It's a waste of time. I hate it. Hate it when it comes around every minute. It's just a total slog, watching Ireland and hoping and praying. It's not like the old days of McGrath, Quinny and Keane and the whole lot of them, and Matthew Holland scoring against Cameroon and those happy days. Telly 90 and Ray Houghton putting the ball in English net, Ray Houghton scoring against the Italians in USA 94. That sort of romance. Maybe it's getting older and more bitter. I don't know. I think probably when you get older it's a lot more bitter kind of crosses to bear, and you wake up from you haven't got much experience in life and you're just excited about everything, and it just it bubbles the enthusiasm of youth. But yeah, it is what it is now. And international break, it seems that we've had about 7 or 8 this year. It's not becoming enjoyable. The FPL is just always stopped for a couple of weeks, and then you've got to have these injuries. You're watching this and that. Is somebody doing well for their country? Will they be able to get back for the game week? That's only 2 or 3 games away. They're fitting in 3 international games. Apparently Salah and Mane will be playing against each other in an African qualifier, probably Senegal and Egypt, the match, the final of the African nations this year, of which Mane pipped his mate from Liverpool on penalties, I think. But there you go. It's come around again, and we're left to pick up the pieces, and people like myself just get on and just rant about and waffle, as Andy from Let's Talk FBL says. So this week, pleasantly surprised, 56 minus the -8 for 48 to get the guts of 50 points on. I'll take it. Jimenez looked at his yellow card. It was crazy. 2 yellows. Didn't even get his 2 points for the game. Loads of people had him captained, and a lot of them would be stuck in the 30s. I did get in Madison, Kane, and Saka in over the last. It took a -8 to get them in. I think that's what it says in my life. So what did I do? Bowen for Madison, King for Tony, Pope for Schmeichel. Okay, so I don't know when I've got. Well, I have them in. That's the main thing. I would have loved to have Son somehow, but I'm done with Rafinha anyway. I think he's a waste of time. I don't care how many games he's got. He's not getting the value out of his double game weeks. I'll be looking to get in probably Harvey Barnes from Leicester. Leicester have a lot of good games coming up. And it could be a good time to do my bench boost during that time. Game week 33. Yeah, 2 games, Everton and Newcastle. So they're a live team for that. Interesting team. They always seem to score goals, but they always let 1 or 2 in. But they will score. And yeah, delighted to still have Cancelo. If you look at City's games, they're going to be very, very, everyone should be thinking about City now for the next while. City and Tottenham. Tottenham have a massive, really, really good run. I know they still have Arsenal to play in there somewhere. So loads of people already have 3 Spurs at the minute anyway. Some have Kane, Son, and Kulusevski. Sorry. So yeah, apart from Liverpool and Arsenal there, Arsenal's to be rearranged. We don't know when that'll be fitted in, but look at that for a run up there. So I think it's probably I don't know if I have room for Son because I managed to squeeze in Madison, and I was worried his price would change. So I'd love to get rid of Jimenez now. Loads of you would love to get rid of Jimenez, but we have 2 weeks to negotiate and we don't know who's going to be injured or who's going to come back. Again, I hate it. It's just total random, this stuff. Havertz now is all the rage. He's the safe. He's Castar number 9. Lukaku's only playing the minnow games. Yeah, so Jimenez did go up. Even if he goes down, it won't affect me. I'm 7.6 anyway, no matter what I do. So we shouldn't really be thinking about playing any transfers or anything at the minute. So we're going into a shout out for Leeds. Yeah, they've proved me wrong, beating Norwich 2-1 and now Wolves 3-2. It must be a sign that teams now that have more to play for are winning. Definitely the Spurs massive. They just seem to have more desire and incentive to get one over West Ham and to keep this run going. They finally broke the win one, lose one routine now. Arsenal now are digging in very well. Leeds now, looking where they are in the table, looks like they'll scamper out. It looks like they should be safe enough now. Watford are going to lose to Liverpool next. Burnley have a few games in hand, but they're not going to. The Leeds they're not going to be caught now. Everton. Anyone who's got any Everton, I was looking at their team. I have no Everton in there, so I'm just going to have to try and plunk in. But they have a double game week coming up in 31. And who in God's name would you? I know it's Burnley they're playing, but in their double game, and Burnley have a double game as well. So I have Tarkowski anyway. Somehow I let go of Pope. Now I want him back, but he was conceding an awful lot, and I wanted to get Schmeichel in for the long term. But yeah, this is Everton. I don't know if you can advise to go on Everton. West Ham away, United at home's only deemed a 3. We know United can turn on against Spurs and then they flop in Europe the next day. They're a funny old team as well, just like Spurs, just very inconsistent. And they seem to only win when they have to. I mean, they had to beat Spurs to keep in that top 4 race, more than they had to keep in Europe, believe it or not. And anyway, Atletico Madrid were just proper. Leicester home is not the easiest with a Madison in there. And DCL, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, nobody knows if that guy can stand anymore. He's played 3 games all season. He tried to get back a few times. It's a disaster what's going on at Everton. And he could be the big transfer out in the summer, the way Everton and Lampard are going. Look at Liverpool, Chelsea, then they got Leicester away again. Arsenal's 2 games to shake in here. But look, your man Patrick Vieira's Crystal Palace, no joke, done them 4-0 already. Everton, I just can't see them get more than more than 9 points anywhere. Well, it might beat Burnley away. Okay, fair enough. West Ham now, they're going mainly for the Europa, aren't they? So I think they've Barcelona next, so that's a big one for them, especially in Stratford. So they might have their eyes taken off, and then they need Bowen back ASAP. So I won't be getting anyone in from Everton in this next coming game week. I have to be looking to game week 33 and making sure I have good stuff on the bench, a good time to do a bench boost. I'm not even going to get in much Chelsea in. I know there's big talk about your man. Chelsea don't have a double game week. I think Brighton do. It's all about this game week 33 really coming up. We've got plenty of time to plan for it out. Loads of our guys, they haven't used this. This is the top. Not much chip activity apart from Fergie Walsh played the free hit, I think, the day before. I thought he played the free hit this week. Is that a mistake in the go to the league? I'm sure Fergie played the free hit game week 30. 31, devastating. No, -4. So it must have been somebody else. What did he play the week before? Triple captain. Got my wires crossed there with Fergie. I just had assumed that he did, but he probably still has it now. So what transfer activity was going on there with Fergie? Royer for Jimenez and Bowen. Obviously, that was not a bad move for Kulusevski there. Fair enough. He is pretty involved, but he was good, good around the scenes, against West Ham. Very lively, but as the game went on, he faded out quite a bit. Jimenez was, disaster for, Fergie, obviously. Looking at his team, had a chance to captain Kane. he's not afraid to captain Kane. Saka obviously very good. Ramsey disappointing. None of these guys played in the red. Any Arsenal you have will be gold moving forward. They have double games now because of the FA Cup. And Southampton have a double game as well, being knocked out by City. Liverpool winning through against Forest. So there's no change from the last podcast. We still have no change really with Brighton. Yeah, so this is the double game. That's the Burnley Everton and Everton West Ham. So I don't expect Burnley against City. Like that's not really appetizing. I don't know if you even want to put Tarkovsky or Pope on the pitch for that game week. They all be going minuses, mate, for that one. And then will they recoup it against Everton? Maybe, who knows? But I don't fancy even getting any Burnley or Everton in at all. I should be really setting up. I have no chips apart from a bench boost, so nothing going on in Gameweek 32. So it's all about 33. So just City don't have because they so Brighton have the double game week. I said this at Arsenal, Southampton, Arsenal, and Burnley away. And Leicester have a double game week. So I prefer more about Leicester. Anyway, plenty of time, and United have a double game, but it's so most of these guys, they have one good one against Norwich, and then is there any guarantee Ronaldo will be played there, or Fernandes? Looking ahead to Tuesday, that's the one they all want them fresh. It just seems to me in the Premier League, the way it's going is teams just don't seem to be able to recover well after a midday game, and you can see the difference, between how United play against Spurs one week and then how they play against Atletico Madrid, and then going forward. The only teams that can seem to do it is the likes of City and Liverpool at the minute. Definitely City anyway. Liverpool not so much, but I think they're the only team that can, and also Chelsea, but they have a lot more rotation, and everything about Chelsea's quality. So yeah, I think Newcastle have a double game week there as well. Two home games. There is a shout for Dubravka if anyone's got them, but Palace seem to be pretty good attacking. But if you can get double game week players, they're better than, well, mostly. Well, I just believe it's nearly a false economy, these double game weeks. But for me, for my team, I'm just going to go look at that, making sure I've got a proper bench. Jimenez will be going ASAP. I'm going to have to leave it. Every transfer is crucial now for the likes of me that I know free hitter, trip cap or wild card. Sorry. Yeah, TA is a doubt, but he could well be back. He's got a couple of weeks. He won't be on international duty. Rafinha's got a knock as well. He mightn't be going to wherever he's going, I think. Hamstring. Yeah, so there's a bit of a hamstring there. So he mightn't be rushed back. So that's a doubt, and that's a lot of money. Foster, Schmeichel. I'm happy enough with that team in a way. Mane, obviously, is not too happy with Mane there. Jota's back now and doing it. Just a few things to think about anyway. Not panicking too much. 3,000. That's no good at all. Should be meh. So more about the league here. 50 points. So it's mixed bag for a lot of people. 20s to 30s, 40s and 50s. Jerry Freely only in 18 there. Dave Martin only at 12. Disastrous week there. 8 for Han Solo. Only 3 players playing. That stinks of neglect, that team there. Pogba. I remember when he got in Pogba. Great move. Another trap. So many traps in this game. Shocking. Looking at it, when you don't do well and things go wrong, a few of them have given up and left it. And it's sad to see that, really, how no matter what, They don't care anymore. Like Snowman and Han Solo are shocking me at the moment. 41, 1485. It's total give up. It's like the heart's been knocked out of these guys, and I know how they feel. I feel exactly demotivated and despondent and gutted. With my my score of 1863 and 363,000, it seems every year it's just nearly impossible. People are professional advice. I think there's loads of people, scout experts, just copying, carrying on. All they have to do is a couple of moves. They're not thinking. They're not even watching football. They tune into their dudes, and they're just it's a joke, really. You know, it's I think there has to be a copying element or algorithm set up for this sort of baloney. I don't know. How do you police it? I don't know. But all I know is the guys we have in this league, fair cop, they've made some good decisions, you know, and let's see Steve Strett, 1996, that's a good year. Atlanta Games, I think, Olympics. Yeah, Wolves is now becoming massively outdated. Doherty's been all the rage, but I don't fancy him. Kane, fair enough. As Rafinha is just bugging me big time. Breuer, he was seen as the facilitator from heaven, but he's here and there, an assist now and again. I don't think he's worth having in a team. There's too much there that can score. Che Adams or Armstrong, or they spread the goals around at Southampton, and I think mainly their benefits are their defenders, Livramento and Kyle Walker-Peters, and maybe Bednarek. Coutinho, fair enough. He's had a few good games, but now he's playing a few more difficult ones, and he's getting nothing. White's a good move, very good move. It's been cheap for a long time, starting to rise in value. Going forward, is there many double game week guys there? Well, Spurs don't have a double I don't think they have a double in game week 33. By so it depends if you've got no, they don't. They just have that Brighton game. It just depends how you're fixed. If you got a free hit or wild card, then you can either use that in 33 or 36, and there will be something in 37 possibly. Maybe Burnley or Villa will have something like that, a double game week. Not sure about Villa now. Not sure about Rafinha. Salah's got a foot injury. He's been nursed a bit. That's why he didn't play in the FA Cup along with Mane. Jimenez now is a no-go. He is got to be got rid of. Wolves have had their games and they failed miserably. Kane's the only shining light there. And there's the Saka, of course. So Rudiger will come back. Still relatively cheap. So bits to consider. Leeds, I don't think are playing in game week 33 along with Villa. So Stress has no chips, so he has a lot of thinking to do. I know for a fact that Villa and Leeds don't have any games in 33 at all, as Miley would say in Glenroe. There's no Leeds, no Villa, and there's another crowd there I can't think of. Yeah, there's two of them. There's two of them that don't have a game. It's not Southampton. Wolves. Oh, it's Wolves, isn't it? It's Wolves, isn't it? So Wolves, Aston Villa, and Leeds, they don't have any games. So if you apply that to Steve Strett, a Hain, a Doe, a Three, a Carr, a Coig. So there's 5 there already. So he's got a lot of thinking to do. He can get away with it. He's got still Robinson, Rudiger, so he can. It's just a lot less wriggle room at this stage. And I know why people went all in Wolves. It was very understandable, but they just did not perform. And 2-0 up against Leeds, and then Jimenez does that. Jimenez has just saved Leeds. I'm not even saying Leeds something. Jimenez, he's owed some champagne by that American coach that they have. Marsh, is it? Conor Hussey next, very stretch, got a lot of thinking to do, but looking at this, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not sure now. Looking at me, what Conor's got left to play with. We can just figure out quick. So where is he? Not far behind Stretch, 77,000, brilliant ranking. Now it's like 50,000's won this ranking the year before. You know, I won it with 50,000, and did I get? Yeah, I got 50,000, and yeah, the Commando Neenan got won it with 79th in the world. You know, so it takes some going, you know, to win this Christy Nicholson, and with the community around us here in Ballyhaunis and all the, you know, the environs and from Ballinlough to Armore to Knock to Brickens and the whole lot. Small community, we all kind of know each other in the league, and it's just phenomenal. The standard is just shockingly good, and I think we all egg each other on, and that's the whole point of Top Dogs Ballyhaunis, is to get everyone together and just having a bit of rivalry and also help each other. We have a WhatsApp group, and we keep an eye on each other, and anything going on, make sure we don't miss deadlines and that sort of stuff. Bench, free hit, wild. So it's just got a wild card left. So that's very, very handy to have for Conor. You can use it game week 32 or 34. A lot of people are thinking he can set himself up. He should probably find a way to. Can he get through 33 without using the wild card? There's no Liverpool double there. Only Sanchez is going double. Only one for Brentford. He's got no doublers whatsoever apart from Saka and Sanchez going into 33. So he probably keep the momentum, use the wild card in 33, possibly set himself up, but it's going to be hard to be set then for the game with 36 or 37. A lot of goosing about and messing about with transfers and taking a few hits. That's basically what I've been doing myself. So not foregone there for Conor. A lot of thinking to do as well. It's an admirable 49 there. No matter. Son, great move to Captain Son along with Joey. The heavyweights are on the same mind thinking, and Strat got his Kane right. You know, it's no fluke really. These guys getting most of their decisions right. And I include Adrian Phillips, Starman, in this quartet. These quartets have stood out this year, and there's nothing any of us can do about it. They're just a bit too good, and they've been getting most of their decisions, if not all, right. So Joey, it's been very patient. He's still got like a free hit, a wild card, and probably a bench boost, I would say, just from memory, because I know he would have used his trip cap on that Salah game week. I'm sure of it. Joey's worth looking at now. Again, 98,000, good, a good stocking mode, and he got a free hit left, another wild card, and a bench boost. He used that trip on the. So he's got loads left, and he's got the luxury of setting himself up proper. And it's going to be hard to keep Joey at arm's length. He'll have to make some wrong moves for the two guys above. But with his experience, Kulusevski has been a good guy to get in recently from the Leeds away 4-0 onwards. But then again, I'll go in. So listen, there's no point talking too much about Joey's team because he's got a free hit and a wild card. Going into 33, he can do a free hit and then he can wild card into 36, and then he's just on the pig's back, and he's got a bench boost. So he probably have to wild card in game week 35 and then do his bench boost in 36, or vice versa. He can just do his wild card in 32, bench boost in 33, and then free hit to 36. So it's just depending really on how he feels the guys he wants to have at the end of the season. Possibly the free hit in 33 and the wild card in 36, or bench boost in 36 and the wild card in 35. Even 34 is fine to do wild card and then set yourself up. So yeah, he's fine. can't really critique too much there. Wang is still in there for some reason, probably off the bench. He's a body. If you have him already, it takes a move to get rid of him. Probably didn't want to take a minus. I'm not sure how much money he's got in the bank. 1.3 is a lovely total for Joy to have in the bank. So he can upgrade Wang. He's got his Weghorst in already from before. So that's handy to have. To captain him there in that double game week, it'd be brave enough. But then again, we don't know about Salah. It should be okay. The two of them should be okay, Mane and Salah, to come back for Watford, but you just don't know. So can't really talk too much about Joey's team. He's got too much going. That he's got so many options and the freedom of the FPL to go his own way, as in Fleetwood Mac. Just having a look at Starman here now, Adrian Phillips. Terrific year. He's been really boiling for 2 or 3 years. Had that amazing year in 2020, 1920. But since then, it's not really been going to form, and it's been shocking. Some of like 642 last year was just absolutely shocking. The season before, I got 2,300. I won the Christie, but he wasn't in that year, so he got 13. So much respect for Starman, and this could be a year where he can get quite close to that top 50. Still a bench boost like myself, so a lot of thinking and maneuvering really for Starman now. Should be able to have no problem set themselves up for 33. I suppose 33 is the one to do the bench boost, because if you have enough already, like he's got Leicester in here for 33 already. He's got his Arsenal in there, a Hainado, a 3, a Gachet. It's got a Liverpool that only have one game week against Norwich, but that's fine. That's fine for a bench boost. I'd have that. Lacazette is fine. So I'm not sure about Ramsdale, what's going on there. A little bit of an injury. I think will he be okay? Foster against Liverpool is not what you want, so that could be a transfer. Probably Schmeichel or Pope is the one to get in there for Starman. He's got his captain right. Top 4 have done well. Cody he's had a good season, scored a goal. He's got a haul already. Ramsey is a bench filler really. He hasn't got much moving and mooching about to do now for game week 33. Just watching house. Possibly Ramsdale is an issue. Amatri is a find. Possibly could worm somebody else in there for the double game week, but he's going to be fine. Should make a run, and he's not far behind Joey, and these 4 are going to be taking the podiums. It's a massive gap now down to Kylie. The long dog won't be too over the moon about what's been going on this week with him. He's quite honest, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 5 going into it. Well, yes, it's tough. I think Kylie's only got a bench boost left. I wonder is it only a bench boost? No, 279. I want that position. That's 279. I want to be there right about now, and hopefully attack the top 2K, 200K. Where do you go for this thing? Game week. What's he got left? Yeah, he's got his bench boost like myself. So again, this is really, can you get yourself in position to get to Ramsdale? That's unlucky there. But then again, he only a few save points with the Gay against Spurs. The game, if he left it, don't think it mattered too much. But now United have a double game week, so might have been handy just to have kept the Gay there. But probably didn't. I think we did know the consequences in. But Ramsdale had the double game week as well, so it's just unlucky with that transfer. Bench boost, so he's got to set himself up somehow. Now look at this, there's not many double gamers for 33, so he's got a lot to be thinking about here. Just a bench boost. So I think what I would be doing is if I'm in a position to get my bench boost done, minimum of fuss, and I've got a good bench and a lot of doublers, then I would just get it done and over with, and